All right. So this that runs there. Where in the hell? All right, that's separate. Okay. So if this is getting a charge, maybe it's just not enough. So right now, I'm just making sure I don't have to buy a new saw. So now we're just gonna check. We're gonna see what this is giving us. Okay, you guys can see that. Hey, how's it going? Hey, baby. We're probably just gonna go to Nana's tonight for dinner, and we'll have to go. I'll have to go to Ellsworth some other time, but I have a lot that I have to swap out and get ahead of. I have a lot that I have to get ahead of. Fabian, listen. Colby, just get off this chat. This guy's being a weirdo. He's talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. All right? So, right here, this is my tile saw, okay? It's my tile saw. And when I plug it, when I plug it in, and I turn it on. 1 second. So I've got the manifold ripped off. I'm gonna pull this connection hose so it doesn't, oh great. I just don't want it to, there. I don't want it to pump into the saw, but I do want it to run because I just need to check the system. Colby, Colby, get off this chat, okay? Do not go on this. This is my daughter, dude. You're talking to a 12-year-old. You could be thrown in jail, okay? Just pause on your crazy stuff. Okay. Anyone on here that wants to put this guy in jail, you guys go ahead. You just talked to my daughter with a sexual, nasty manner. Definitely fed time. That's the thing. There's no morals these days. But, so for right now, I'm trying to figure out if this GFCI switch is broken or not. That's my main focus at the moment. I have my meter reader, and I have this opened up. Okay, so this side is opened up. I have 120 volt power right here. So when I check the black and the red, it should give me a good idea of what I'm working with here. So I'll put the black on the black and the red on the red. Go up higher. Okay. Okay, so it's not. Okay, I don't understand that. My pump runs when I turn this on. See, my switch is back here. My switch is back here, okay? Shut it off. My pump shuts off. I believe that the pump just doesn't need as much. The pump doesn't need as much electricity to run. This is showing that it's getting nothing. How's this? Let's just pull this. Yeah, it's even kind of warm to the touch too. Test. So the switch is broken to the point where it's given just enough for my little pump. So this little pump right here, what is this? What type of voltage am I working with? Probably just watts. 120 volt, but 150 oh, 0.150 amps, 60 hertz. Yeah, so it's not, it doesn't need as much electricity to run. And it must just be kind of maybe arcing over. I don't understand why that will run, but my saw won't run. See? The pump runs. So I mean, well, let's check this over here. I'm plugged in. What wire is black? Okay, there's my red. All right. No voltage. Let's bring it up to 200. All right, where the hell my electricity pen is going? Some reason that's the thing that always gets stolen. We'll just call it lost, I guess. That's what we'll do. We'll say it was lost. Nothing's lighting up. Give it here. gonna change the wire on it because it's obviously broken. So, you know what? I also have to take that damn door off as well. What I'll do, let's go get my little grinder. And I'll cut where's the small boy? Where did my little grinder go? I got 3 of the fucking things. Where are they? Well, there's one. No clue where my electric pen went. Someone walked off with that for sure. What the fuck? Anything shiny. That's how it goes. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Where in the fuck did my little grinder go? Now I'm going to be really upset until I find it. You know, 2 electrical pens. Okay. Plus my little grinder. Now I'm going to be upset. Alright, now it's not a joke anymore. Someone got a hold of my little grinder. That's gone. And someone got a hold of one of my electrical pens. It's a light up tester. Gone. I had my little grinder in here. I was using it in here. I have 2 of them. Remember to like and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, everybody. So now I have to cut this security screw. How's that? How's that for a security screw? Come on now. Okay. Pop this out. It's waterproof too, like why? How in the fuck did this arc out and break? That's my question. Just like that. Pull them up. Now I just got the wire. So now I can just replace it with one of these heads. And I think actually, you know what? I think I have one of these heads here. It's not coming off. So this is the point, right? The whole point is I'm learning what went wrong so I don't buy another cord like this. This is the whole thing. Like if you're gonna fail, learn why you failed. I'm going to buy a new cord. I actually have a new one of these in my electric tub, but I'm learning what failed here. Why did it fail? You see, there's a big reason. Like we don't just want to fail and I cut the wrong fucking screw. What an idiot. Okay. Now it'll come out. Whew. Okay. Okay, so the ground is still nice and tight, hooked very well. See if I can push this out. Nope. All right. Yeah, the ground still has a really good attach here. And now the wiring. All right, so this great big piece of shit sucks. I'm sorry for saying the S word, but guess what? Can't get it apart. Look, it's soldered in, bud. Chill out, right? I didn't build this. I don't know this thing. I'm trying to learn why it broke. If a ground would come loose, you don't know. Yeah, of course, the board went bad. It heated up, but I'm wondering why. What happened to make this go bad? It could have been my feed. Maybe I have an arc in my wall. You never know. I just want to see why. I don't see any signs of burning, right? So like, let's just look at this together. Everything looks intact. And that's where they get you, right there. See how that's soldered to the terminals? So maybe I could slip them terminals out. Yes, there we go. Okay, and I can even slip the ground terminal out. Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm just like wondering why all this? Like, it used to just be a little ball of mercury. Ah, I see what happened. There's something in there. See that little fuse? There's a fuse in there that popped. All right, I'm gonna try to zoom in on this. Ready? Okay, right inside here, there's a little red thing, and it's right loose. It's shaking. Exactly. Oh, it just pisses me off because, you know, all right, for instance, look, see this? It's going, that case is going right in the trash. And this is going right in my junkyard bin. Right in the scrap bin. So, just straight retarded, right? All right, for instance, this gang box. I'll show you. You see that? See this here? Okay? So, if I direct plug it and it arcs out, what do you think's gonna happen to either my house? I'm not gonna start popping fuses all over other people's homes, idiot. When you're a contractor, you need as many safe, secure GFCIs that won't break as you can. Let's just say the client ain't home and they have an outdoor outlet that doesn't have a reset plug, right? Or the reset plug broke on you. I get it before it goes to my client's house. I don't want to be arcing out their systems, shutting down their TVs and stoves and shit. Come on, man. Do you not see? Do you not see this? Right? Yeah. See that little black? See that little black trigger button right there? Where is it? Right here. That is mercury fed. This here is so old. It's about as old as my mom and my father, right? I've taken this off and I've soldered. This is all this is a wall port plug, right? Literally something that you'd get on the wall. And they just posted them right on a bridge. But they screwed them in together, like the terminal is just like the wall, it screws in. What I did is I soldered down each one so that each one of these have a nice, tight, beautiful, good connection that is not going to arc. And it won't heat up as much because there won't be so much resistance. And then I soldered this in really well. So this barely ever arcs on me anymore because there's so little resistance in the copper. You want as strong a feed as possible. And that computer bullshit that they put in there, look how lightly, like, of course it's gonna arc. It has to go through 18 different avenues just to get to your goddamn system that you're trying to work. And that's why those things break all the time. You know, maybe they're good for a 5 amp system, but look at this load capacity. This is a 15 amp, 60 hertz. 2400 to 4500 RPMs. You know, plus I hooked up a second water pump so that it gets the blade cooler and actually falls where the actual tile is cut, so there's no dust. Thank you, Fabian, for hitting like and subscribe. So basically, what we want is something that's not gonna a GFCI that won't break, just on one pop. You want it so that it's either mercury fed or some other metal that acts as mercury that will heat up, pull the trigger, and then cool down. And then you can run your system again. And if it heats up, it'll pop the trigger and then it cools down. That's what this is, okay? I have had to replace this once because I found when I got in there that all those screws were coming loose and the posts weren't tight. So I tightened them up and then I soldered everything in like I just told you for best. There's no resistance anymore. No arcing, no resistance. It's just straight pure fed, as good as it can be. Yeah, we're going, actually, the closest one to me is Home Depot. So I have to go to Home Depot. But my mother has a potluck dinner roasting. She got a ham separate, glazed ham, and then a bunch of like cabbage and carrots and potatoes and stuff. So we're going to go there tonight, and then probably first thing in the morning I'm going to head over. But I have to pack up. I got to lock everything up. I had to put air in my tires because the car was down 20, it was down at least, it was down 15 pounds, you know, enough to pop the pressure. So basically, yeah, so right here, I hardwired this right into the system. Now, the good thing is I still have my wires. This whole thing is still good to go. All I need is a new head, a new GFCI plug. And the cool thing about that, I don't put my money on it yet, but I'm pretty sure I have one in here. Now there is one, I'm pretty sure I have one in here. Close to being fixed. I found out that GFCI was just junk. As soon as that first GFCI plug, as soon as the fuse breaks on those, they break. They're done. You only get one time on them, and it's ridiculous. So that right there is a mercury fed. As soon as the mercury heats up, it pops the trigger, shuts the system down. It cools down in about 3 seconds, and you can run the system again. So basically, these GFCIs are either only good for like 5 amp tools. They're either only good for 5 amp tools or it's a class A, whatever that means, whatever class A means. I don't know where my meter tester pen is. It's gone. Like long gone. Gone. Silly. Absolutely silly. Oh my God. How do I get out of this? Jeez, some crow. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh, I'm just trying to find... Almost positive I have one. fix that. Son of a bitch. Okay. Gonna lose my fucking mind. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about the monetization. Like to get monetized on here, I have no clue. Yeah, I don't make any money on here. My friggin' God. It's like, where is it when you need it? Where did it go? Okay. Well, that pisses me off. Very seriously angry now. Come on, dude. Stupid. It's just someone didn't put my goddamn electric test pin in where it belongs. So now I have no clue where that went. I'm stuck here working on a damn gfci bullshit. And of course, no one's gonna know where that went. No one's gonna have any clue where that fucker went. Whatever. Backyard, that's badass. Let's do it. I'm only at like 200 subscribers though. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but it's okay. I'm just helping people. To be honest, I'm bored. I'm just bored. Wicked. Oh, I'm just gonna buy a new one, eh? But yes, yeah, I'll buy a new one, and then it'll just show up as soon as I least expect it. It's probably in my truck. Thing is, I used to have two of them, right? But one of them burnt in the garage fire. So then I was stuck with just my Klein tool one, right? I got this, the big meter reader and the pen all in one. So then I just had that, and now I don't have any. Now I can't find the other one. It always goes back in the goddamn, that's the thing with tools. You have to put it back. And obviously, someone didn't put it back. Stupid. Trying to get that off. Get that. I can just smack it down probably. Get me a hammer. Got it. That's something good to have in the electrical box. So frustrating. So like, I'll tell you guys, I'm right at the end. I'm at like the final week and a half of my project. And it's been 2 years in the making, this project. 2 years in the making, okay? Plus, did I put that other one back? Nope. So 2 years in the making, and I lost $300,000, over about $350 with you when you include taxes. If you want to put appreciation in there, easily 350 grand, which would have literally paid my whole fucking house off, and then some. But, you know, can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it. The garage fire really screwed everything over. So now, I put all my pennies into this apartment. All my time. And it's almost there. It looks like a mess right now, but you'll see. It's like literally gonna start coming to life within, I'd say about 8 days. Give me 8 and maybe 10 days. One way or another, it will start coming alive. So I don't need any of those actually. Throw that away. Put that back, put this back. Someone walked off with one of these too. one right in this apartment, don't know where it went, so that's pretty irritating. Okay, I'm gonna put this back because now I know it's just, I'll put the manifold or bezel. This would be called a bezel. I'm just gonna put this bezel back on. What's up, everybody? Yeah, S-wing. Yes. Framer, too. Yep. My framer is so old that it's literally flat now. You can barely see the waffle head. So I'm probably going to rent. Most likely, I'm going to Airbnb this apartment. I was told that you can get way more money, because when it's a vacation destination for the whole world to get into, it's a little bit different than a local renting for a long term. So if you put it up for Airbnb, you can get the most profit out of it. And I heard that it's huge demand up here for that. So I'm going to try this one apartment and just see how it goes. And it'll be a worldwide destination. You know, it's going to be a very nice apartment. It really will be. So we'll see. I know, it's usually in my pocket and then ends up in a junk drawer somewhere. Every single time. You're probably just like me too. You get it. Make sure you subscribe. Backyard. I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning. All right. Yeah, I wired this all in. It's pretty neat. I made sure that the power got in. I made sure that the water hose, so you can even see it in here too. See how there's one hose here and then there's another here? And one goes all the way up here and shoots straight down, and it hits the blade too, so it cools the blade, and then all the excess falls right here where the cut is. So it stops the dust. And then this guy here goes all the way to the front, right? And it drops and it shoots straight at the tip and it falls there. So the cut is getting cooled twice. The saw, the carbide diamond edge is getting cooled. And that's what you want. You want to keep your blade nice and cool. And you want to keep that cut nice and wet. And what that will do is it'll ensure that you aren't making a big dust mess. It's not going to make a big dust storm. Anyone on here like to tile? Do you guys like tiling? Because if you subscribe, in about 4 or 5 days, I'm going to be tiling. And I'm going to be spraying this whole place with white paint. And then at the end, I'm going to sand, and then stain all the wood that I leave out, that I don't paint. We'll stain that nice and either clear, or I'll put a little age on it with some tinted stain. It'll be transparent stain, like Minwax. Basically just an oil to lube it up. Keep it lubed up with a tiny, like 3% polyurethane so it doesn't chip. Don't need much polyurethane on that. All right, well, the bezel is in. Now we gotta get a door. We gotta go take a door off because I didn't know it, but they sold me a bad door. You guys can see right there is a huge bulge, and we didn't know, but as soon as we got it here, I realized later, and I says, oh geez, now I'm gonna have to move all this lumber out of the way. More. Okay. All that lumber's going back. It's just overage. I should have put a light in here, but I didn't. What was that? Okay. So this door is junk. There we go. She would have been fine, but I had to glue it. Right, stupid. I think someone jacked this up during shipment and just completely ignored to say anything. And then it got sold. I could have fixed it with Holland Deck, but I'd rather just go get a new door because it's irritating me. There's a huge crack in it, and then there's a huge hole in it. It's like, what the hell? But when you buy 6 doors all at once, sometimes you don't get to look at each side and all that. It was the end of the day. So, is what it is. So I'll bring this door back. This side looks good, and that's probably why I grabbed it. But if you look down there, there's a big old hole in the fucking thing. And then it also came crooked. These screws were right loose, so I had to glue them in. None of the other doors did that. So basically, when something like the fork truck or something hit this door right there, and when it hit that, it must have stressed this out, and it tweaked it to the point where this got loose. And when I went to screw the other side in, that hinge was already loose, and it just made it wicked irritating. Look at how disgusting these people are. Do you guys see this? I'm going to show it. Look. Do you guys get it? How disgusting these people are? Why would they even say that? Listen, God bless everybody. I thank you for watching. I am probably, I don't know. I may go to my mother's, I don't know. Have some dinner. She has a big dinner planned for Sunday, so that's cool. Bring the kids over there and shoot the shit and have some good coffee, you know. But also, I'm gonna end the chat now because these people are just being gross. But yeah, I don't know why they're like that. It's like little kids get on live and they haven't had sex yet, and you know, they talk about it, and the balls ain't dropped yet, and they have no morals. And they're hiding behind a camera, so they say whatever they want. But they don't understand God is watching. I'm not your judge. God is. You got to remember that. God is your judge. So be nice. Love yourself. Love God. Love your family. And be a good person. Okay? Thank you guys for